Welcome to Rob Awesome VR. Today we're going to do a little review of Nullspace VR's Hardlight VR Haptic Suit. First, what it is. Okay, the Hardlight VR suit is a haptic suit. It has 16 points of contact, 16 little motors. They're variable sensitive motors. It can do everything from like an explosion to a tap to a little soft buzz. We'll go over the suit here. These plates are where the motors reside. You have them. That covers your chest and your back and your upper and lower arms. As you can see here, here's your upper and lower arms on the left and right side. The overall construction is quite well done. It's very durable. It definitely seems like it's designed for a VRcade or some sort of industrial training use. So it's very high quality. So kudos to Nullspace for that. There's metal plates on the inside that are covered, or maybe plastic. I think they mentioned in a video they are metal, but they may be plastic. Translates the forces to your body quite well. I have the Core Effects suit. It doesn't have plates like that, and if you put it on too tight, you can't feel it. If you put it on too loose, you can't feel it. And of course, that's only got like 2 points on your chest. So I'll show you the arm straps. Fully adjustable. I'm on the smaller side. It fits me very well. It's got quick releases and then adjustments for the arms, upper and lower arms. Really nice. It's got adjustment sliders on the side. When you put it on loose and then cinch it down. It would be my suggestion. We'll go over here to the back, and you'll see the motors mounted on the back. And then down here is the connection box, and you have your power. It's a 5-volt 4-amp. Then you have the classic USB connection, and then you have their proprietary connection for when their wireless module comes out. And the wireless module, I assume, is going to fit inside of this space here. Also, you have audio pass-through. So for an audio mode, so you can do a line in and then a line out to your headphones. They're not marked which is which, and in my correspondence, seem to work on either side. That being said, the audio mode is experimental. In my experience, it did not work very well. Everything just kind of buzzed, and the louder bass would buzz harder. So the effects of audio kind of get lost in there. So Nullspace told me that this, through email correspondence, told me that this is capable of adjusting for audio, but there's no way to control that yet in the software, in the runtimes. So I'm looking forward to some updates there, so you can adjust the frequencies, what it does at certain frequencies, which buzz, and hopefully maybe left and right controls, or maybe even surround style controls. All right, so there is built-in tracking. I do not have any games that make that work. I did download the SDK, and I've played with it in Unity a little bit, and I've got everything to buzz in Unity. I did not get the tracking to function in Unity, and that again is another experimental part of this product. It's wired, as I showed you earlier. It is wired, and they are coming out with a wireless module. Little perplexing. I think anyone who would shell out money for this device probably already has a TPCast, and so I have a TPCast for both my Oculus Rift and my Vive. I didn't want to go back to wires, so I wound up making my own wireless module for this system. I just used the Virtualhere software, the same software that powers the TPCast. I bought the little Mango router, and it functions as a USB over IP server. And then, fortunately, they were smart enough to do a standard USB cable, no proprietary cables. So I just got a short version of that same kind of cable. Connected that to my Wi-Fi network. And then to power the whole thing, I kind of went overkill on it, but I got an AC adapter rather than trying to make some sort of 5-volt 4-amp USB adapter for this. I just got this, and I just simply Velcro that to the back, and it adds a little bit of weight. So as we're on the subject of weight, the Hardlight suit is pretty heavy. It's like wearing a flak vest. If you've been in the military, it really was reminiscent of the flak vest. It doesn't really restrict your movement, but you can tell it's there. But once you get involved in a game, I think it was fine. I'm fine with the form factor and the effect for the form factor. All right, the cables you get with this, they give you a 10-foot USB cable, so you can roam around if you're going to be tethered. Oop, that's not the right one, but they do give you a 10-foot USB cable. Also, they give you a power adapter, and this something about the power adapter was a little confusing to me. It does remind me of the breakout box for the Vive in a way, or even the Oculus Rift, the original, the developer's kit, where they had the breakout box. So you've got 10 foot here going from the wall outlet to the brick, and then from the brick to the suit is 6 feet. So you've got 10 feet for USB cable, and then you have this. So that's a little odd. So you're going to be dragging this little power brick around unless you get some sort of extension for here. But of course, like I said, my solution would be go wireless. The little Mango router I showed you was only $20, and the Virtualhere software for the limited use license is actually free. All right. So setup for the Hardlight VR vest was quite simple. You just, when you open the box, you get a little flyer in there that shows you the URL to download the software. You just download the software, you install it, you run the runtime, and then you plug your suit in, and it works great. Kudos to them, to Nullspace. So many other devices are finicky about USB ports. This one, for one, only needs a USB 2, and two, I tried a bunch of different USB ports. It seemed actually absolutely fine. Of course, now I'm running wireless, so that didn't cause any issues either. The wireless over Virtualhere worked fantastic. So what games have I played? All right. Of all the games on the list, I had several of them. The only one I could get properly to work was Sairento. Now, Sairento is absolutely fantastic. So when you fire your weapons, you get a nice recoil in your arms. When you get shot, you get directional feedback from when you get shot, or when you get slashed, you get nice directional feedback. So the other game I did get to running, and I did not see it on the list, but I had seen videos for the new Arizona Sunshine VR-cade type experience, and I saw they were wearing hard lights. So, well, let's give it a spin. So I threw the suit on, fired up Arizona Sunshine, and I walked into a horde of zombies, and I let them go at it on me. And sure enough, it works in Arizona Sunshine. It was really fantastic. I walked up to a single zombie, and I turned my back to a zombie, which I suggest never to do. And I could feel the zombie clawing at my back. It was really creepy. Even though I knew it was going to happen, it was a really creepy experience. Sairento, the developer's done a fantastic job of support for the suit. A lot of different effects when you jump, when you run, when you slow down time. All kinds of cool effects there. Arizona Sunshine. I didn't really notice any recoil when I fired the weapons, but I did when I was being attacked. I could definitely feel that. I probably need to go back in and verify whether or not there's any recoil. I don't really remember it. All right, the big question you guys probably have is, should you get it? Well, unfortunately, what we're facing now is a chicken and the egg scenario. The devs of these games aren't going to support it, put their money and the time into it, unless there's enough out there to make it worthwhile. So it's really a difficult scenario for them to be in. My kudos out to Nullspace once again for being pretty much the first to market with something like this. I do think that's great that it's going to be in VRcades, because a lot of the VRcade experiences have a home equivalent, like in this case of Arizona Sunshine. So that's definitely hopeful there. That's really hopeful. So this may be one of those devices like Striker VR or some of the other devices that are really Virtuix Omni that are going to be geared way more towards VRcades than home use. If you own a VRcade, hit these guys up. Order a bunch for everyone. They're great. They add to the experience. It definitely would be worth it for that. Everyone else, I would say wait and see for more support. You can't order them now anyway. Their next wave is already sold out, so I don't think you can pre-order yet anyway. But I would really suggest waiting for some support. So this isn't like the PP gun, in my opinion. So the PP gun you can make work in all kinds of different games, and a lot of the other devices are you can make them work. This one, since the audio mode is not working yet, or at least in my experience, it's not working yet. I would suggest probably not getting this unless you really play a lot of Arizona Sunshine multiplayer, or you have a VRcade. If you're just really into VR, like I am, I get it. I love it. I'm very glad. I'm not disappointed at all with my purchase. They're cheaper now than us Kickstarters, which was interesting idea. So that's my thoughts on this device. If you have any questions, post them down below, and I'll answer them. One other thing. I had a lot of great support from Nullspace. I emailed them 7 o'clock at night, and I'd get responses from them. They gave me access to the SDK, and I'm not a developer, and it was open about that. So I had great support. I know on the Kickstarter there's been some complaints about communications. However, after purchase support has been great. So that's my thoughts. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you later.